In this video, I'm going to go over best background check options available to the public. And to get started, go to website sheriffsdepartment.net. And what this website has is state resources, official state resources. And for this example, I'm going to use the state of Idaho. All states have a very similar process, and except for a few states that do make it slightly more difficult, but majority is going to be very similar to what I'm about to show you. So to get started, let's look at the Idaho page. And one of the first options you have is to do a nationwide check. This is an instant check, so all you need is a first and a last name, and it gives you a big picture look at a background check and different locations people might have lived in, and some databases that you might not even be thinking of that should be looked at. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll have your official state resources, and when it comes to doing a best background check, you have the essential record types, which would be court records, criminal records, driving records, depending on the type of background check that it is. A business lookup, so if somebody went out of business, or if they have a business, or if you got to check up on a contractor, you could do a business lookup. Incarceration records, which are prison records, and sexual offender registry. A lot of these are going to be free. Some of them there could be a charge, just depending what the background check is for. You also have county specific resources. So if you really need to dig deep into, say, like a particular court case, or if you want to look at or if you want to find mugshots at like a local sheriff's office, you'd have to look at it at the county level. So I'm just going to go over a couple of these options. Like for example, Idaho gives you a centralized portal, which includes 40 counties. So if a county is not included, you might want to check with the county directly. But they do give you pretty much majority, if not all, through a single database here. And it's not going to be like this in all states. Also, criminal records, they have an option here for you that's going to be directly from the state. Again, this depends on what type of a background check you want to do. Would this be the best type of a background check? Sure. It's direct. The records are going to be up to date. The only problem is if it covers it's state specific or county specific. So if a person has lived outside of Idaho, this type of search is not going to cover it. So that's why you do need a combination of state direct, which is going to be the best, and then a nationwide. It kind of gives you the bigger picture of somebody's background record. So and you have options for a name-based search. They will charge you $20 to do the search, and this will depend on the state. Again, some of them will charge a little less, some of them will charge a little more. If you need a background, fingerprint-based background, they have an option for that also. So this is one way of doing it. You also could research court records, and you could Google this, or like I said, sheriffsdepartment.net already did all the research for you, providing you with official databases and statewide in 50 states and some of the more popular counties within those states. So in this case, the search can be done for free. So this will look at both civil records and criminal records. So it's a pretty good way of doing it if you don't want to pay money. If you just want to do a free search, a lot of times you could check the court records for free, unless you want to get detailed case information, and sometimes you will have to pay for those, or They do have options. Some states will give you the option to pull those online for free, and then another way of doing it is actually heading out to the court of clerk's office or the court building, and they will literally have these public terminals where you can research this information for free. Another record type you want to check out is the Department of Corrections. These are prison records. And then another one would be the Sex Offender Registry. So again, for the best background checks, you got to look at all of these things. It'll give you the most complete, most up-to-date information directly from the source. So that I would consider this the best way of doing it. And then don't forget to do something nationwide just to make sure nothing is missed. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link for sheriffsdepartment.net in the description. If you want to, you can just type it in to your browser to get started. And thanks for listening.